in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Caught over the middle, it's Williams. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the air. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Makes the grab outside. It's random. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Finds the tight end. And he's still running after the move. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so
Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes.
how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. Fourth down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Gamecock. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 15, here's the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. Pulls and throws out the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Hauls it in. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, you know, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers. Defense coming out aggressive on first down. They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long. putting them in a great position to be successful.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Scanning the field, it's Clemsux. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field and everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. And the D deny them on second and goal. On the ground. Touchdown, Tigers. Great job by the back on the option. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Grab near the marker. It's Jacobs. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. A low line drive and short kick. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Moore. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Brown. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, but I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job.
Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Jacobs. Ripping up the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got him. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Surely they're going to kick this thing away. Tied in the second quarter. They're lined up for an onside kick. Moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the Palm Tree Trophy on the line, and already Clemson and South Carolina have given us some stirring moments. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's send it back to the guys to see how the battle between South Carolina and Clemson plays out.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. And that's a live ball behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Jacobs.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Gamecocks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Using his feet. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense getting set for first down. They want to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now they regain the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to put it away. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The give to the tailback. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. The game originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Clemson is quick to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Right on the money. Touchdown, Clemson. And that one will give them the lead.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to set up the screen. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with the first down in the final period. Give out of the gun. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Sellers. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Harbor. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He tries to take the top off. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired. And a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the fourth. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's going for the big play. He's got it on the outside. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To throw, it's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a way to set him up.
So when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up.
Takes it the other way. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has 1 stop. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that replay scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Now from inside the red zone, using the quick game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to pass on second down. Throws for the end zone. And here's the third interception of the night.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front, get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Anytime South Carolina takes down Clemson, as it just did in this rivalry game, you can expect them to get a little bit cocky, and they deserve it. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.